First pitch coming your way next. And getting to start, Tank Hence. What should we keep an eye on here? Just about ready to roll. Justin Crawford digs in now. And we're underway. Out to center. And there's one away. Let's take a look at our lineup. And first offering is fouled off. There's a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to try to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Over to Jordan. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
This one popped up, middle of the infield. Medlinger has a beat on it, and that'll do it. Digging in, Noah Medlinger. Line to the left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
The 2-1. And that one clips the corner.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Comes at 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Right through there, got him. And that's the first out. Okay, let's check out the lineup. Singy, not a lot of star power in this lineup against the top arm on the mound in this one.
Yeah, these hitters have a tough task in this one, so they'll need to elevate their game. Find ways to get on base and create a little chaos. Anything is possible when teams try to do that.
Number 72, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Check swing called strike. And it's 0-2. Medlinger, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. He's got it. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is that. Top of the second. And now for the Phillies, Kyle Schwarber.
Ball, that's out.
Got him swinging. He chased the changeup. 1 down. Outside low. And that's ball one.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
No score here in the second. Inside corner for a strike. 1-2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
That's out.
JT Real Muto, the next to hit, takes ball one. And he can't make the play. Gets off a throw, and Real Muto is out. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now it's the right fielder, Joshua Baez.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
And that's just foul.
That's ball
Really good
two.
take, especially with 2 strikes.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Good
That's a
eye
ball.
in that spot.
Whew, I thought he'd bite right there.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Got him swinging. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. This one in the air, right field. And a foul ball. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Matt Kaperniak at the plate now. That's ball 1.
He's going to knock right here. That pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
That one finds the zone, and a count 1-2. And that's a strikeout looking. And he strikes out the side here in the second. New inning getting started. And now for the Phillies, Adolis Garcia. In the air, right field. He's there. He's got it. And there's one down.
Ball.
Top of the third, no score. And that one almost hit him. High fly ball, right field. And there's 2 away. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
In the air, left field. It falls in, and that's a base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Big knock there to keep the inning alive and an opportunity to put something in the gap and give the Phillies the lead.
This one in the air, center field. And that is that. Home half of the third coming up. Bottom of the inning, stepping in, Ramon Mendoza. Swing and a miss, strike one.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes,
outside.
and the bottom just falls out of it.
Gets him to chase after that one. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Not stopping. He's going for three. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumping, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity.
Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
Ball, that's upstairs.
One on, nobody out. A run in here in the last half of the third.
Ball, that's out.
Swing and a ground ball. On the run, throw to first. Nicely done for the out. Now it's the second baseman, Brian Torres. Struck out looking in his first at bat. Sliced hard but foul. Runner on at third, one gone. Got him swinging for the strikeout. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Well, he just had no answer for that hard inside fastball right there. Just blew it by him. And not every pitcher likes working inside, especially with 2 strikes. They don't want to hit a batter and waste an opportunity to put him away. But if you can locate that fastball just like he did, most hitters aren't looking for it, and it becomes very difficult to get a piece of.
Can't make contact with the sweeper. Almost got him. Set down on strikes. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. As we go to the top of the 4th, and now for the Phillies, Trey Turner. Foul ball there.
You know, these Phils just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Hit on the ground to short. Medlinker on the run, sends it over to first, and he gets him. Nicely done. Fouled off left side. The Phillies down by a run. Top half of inning number 4. Out towards right center field. Settles underneath it. And there are 2 outs.
I just think the lack of drawing any walks is an indication that they need to be a little more selective and less anxious about forcing something to happen.
Schwarber
Ball 1.
in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. Ground ball right side. He'll do it himself, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Lars Nootbaar. Hard liner. Marsh makes a nice running catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. Check swing. He went. Strike 1. Late on that fastball. In the air right side. Garcia drifts towards it. Takes it in for the out. So up next, Blaze Jordan. His first at bat was a strikeout. Line drive. And that's a 2-out double.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And that's the 3rd out. So a 2-out double, but they don't score. We played 4. The Redbirds with the lead. All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Phillies, Alec Bohm. Late swing fouled off.
Well, these Phillies, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Ball. Ball. That's down.
He goes down looking. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Swings through that one for strike 1. The Phils trailing by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. Way out front for strike 2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Adolis Garcia will hit next. Fly to right his first time.
Ball inside.
And there's a curve through for a strike.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
And foul ball. Two down, nobody on. And misses inside. Got him swinging for the K. He battled for a long time. But we head to the bottom of the 5th. Leading off, Ramon Mendoza. And that hits the top of the zone for a strike.
You know, this group of hitters, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results. Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Here's the 0-2. Stays alive. In the air to left center. Marsh on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. That's out number 2. Back to the top of the order now. Now it's the shortstop, Noah Medlinger. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First offering, runner goes.
Nope.
Pitch misses. Through a second, out of bounds.
You know, nights like this, when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
On the ground, right side. Gets him easily, ends the inning. The Redbirds on top, 1-0. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game. Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies.
Yep, that ball went out.
And that's
a ball.
downstairs. And that's ball 2.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
Hey!
On the ground, and it's just foul. That was close. Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Backed off the plate that time.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And that is out of play. Here's a 1-2. The Redbirds leading by a run, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Battling here as he fouls it away. That one misses.
That's a ball.
3-2 now. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the tying run is on base. So the Philly batting order turns over. Here's the center fielder, Justin Crawford. And fouled off. Right there for a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes in the dirt, blocked. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Close
Ball
one
2.
doesn't get the call. Ball 2. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved his zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. And that one fouled off. Runner at second, 2 down. In the dirt, and the runner holds. Activity for the first time in that bullpen down there. Zach Thompson, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Lowe getting loose as well.
Yeah.
That one finds the zone. It's a ball in 2 strikes.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Marsh at second with 2 down. That one outside. And that's ball 3. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Baez on the move. He's got it. And that's the 3rd out. Make it 6. Bottom of the 6th. Digging in. Number 72. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. On the ground to 3rd. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Foul ball. Left field. And that's a fair ball. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Here's Baez. In the air, right field. Garcia really on his horse for this one. Can't squeeze it. It bounces away. Around second on his way to 3rd. Lead runner holds at 3rd. So 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out. Fouled off. He was late.
Ball.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate. Two on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. You can't catch up.
Here's a 2-2. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Strikeout number 8.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Matt Kaperniak, the next to hit.
Nope. Hey.
Hard ground ball for a base stop. 1 runs in. Here's the throw. The tag. And a single. 3-0.
Oh, that's a big at bat coming through in the clutch to drive in a pair.
And the Phillies manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make a move. Zach Wheeler won't go any further. Not a bad effort, but he exits on the hook for the loss. New pitcher on the mound when we get back. The new pitcher in the game, Orion Kerkering.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
This one in the air, center field. Crawford under it, and that'll do it. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning coming up. The Redbirds lead it 3-0. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Austin Love.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 2.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Ball, that's outside.
Now a screamer into the outfield.
Careful with it all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those loop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Ball 1.
Swing and a miss at a slider. The Redbirds leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7.
That's ball 2.
Close
That's ball
one,
3.
doesn't get the call. They're now 3-1. Inside,
Ball
and that's
4.
ball 4.
First base.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
One gone, runner at first. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Out of here. A 2-run homer, and they cut it to the deficit. They needed that one, Simeon.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Changeup up in the zone is a hitter's dream. It's a BP fastball, but you're playing in real time. Most times, the pitcher's asking for a new baseball, just like right there.
This one in the air, right field. Two down. Adolis Garcia stands in for the Phillies. Close, but called a ball, and it's 1-0.
Ball. Down.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So the tying run reaches with 2 away.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team to bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving. A walk or just a base hit. But you've got to stay within yourself.
Garcia off of first with 2 away.
Ball, that's out.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Gets a piece and stays alive. And looking. 3rd out. But the Phils get 2 on this blast. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Tanner Banks.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Up the middle, and he knocks it down. The throw is still in time, so they get the first out of the inning. 2 there for a strike. To third. Boom. Throws on to first. Nice play off the bounce for the out.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
2 down, bases empty. Here's the second baseman, Ryan Torres. On the ground, right side. Stott over to first in time. And that's the third out. The Redbirds have the lead, 3-2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Zach Thompson.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations. I think he was sitting off speed there.
That's ball 2.
Edging his own for a strike. And the count now even up. Got him swinging for the strikeout.
Pretty good strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something and just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Here's Trey Turner. 0 for 3 in this one. Close, but called a ball. And that is ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here. And that one did find the strike zone. So they've still got both their challenges. The Redbirds holding on to a 1-run lead. And we're in the top of the 8th. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges. Looking to get the tying run on base.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
Good job to fight that one off. Ripped on a line to center. And that's a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
That's a ball.
Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, Brad Keller. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
You doing, Dip?
Yeah. He pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Late on that fastball.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
This one in the air, center field. And a quick out, number 1. Up the middle, makes the catch for the second out. a hit. Joshua Baez, 1 for 3. Hey! 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Going to count 1 and 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a 1-2. Two down, nobody on. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. The Redbirds out front, 3-2. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Scott Blewett.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
I'll tell you what, he's embarrassed right now. Never swings at that kind of pitch, especially that early in the count.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
That's
Ball.
inside.
That's inside.
And it's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off with multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Touches down. That's a hit. And the tying run is on base.
Always feels amazing getting the job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Here comes Real Muto. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. The pick behind with that swing. It's strike one. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to as far as just...
And that's a strikeout looking. Phillies have just 1 out remaining.
Now just 1 out away from the single season saves record. He's on the verge of history.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get...
Runner takes off.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Safe
No,
at
he's in
second
there.
with a stolen base. And now the Phillies down to the final strike.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Guys is going to have to battle 2 strikes.
That one way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tapped softly on the ground. Mendoza sends it across the first, and this game is over.
These uneven matchups will always mean more to the minor league teams. The major league club wants to win, but the team from the minors will always want it more, and it showed today. This is a game they'll never forget.
3-2 the final score. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Schaub. Thanks for joining us.
Ice cream, taking off your blue jeans, dancing